Let's go from New Jersey up to New York, out Long Island. There's a live picture from Montauk. Wind-driven snow already. We know that we got that travel ban for New York City. That starts at 9 p.m. But for commuters out Long Island Railroad suspending service at 1 a.m. So into tonight, you got to get to where you're going to be for this storm. Long Island expected to see up to 24 inches, couple feet. They're expecting what could be 2, maybe 3 feet of inundation in some of the more vulnerable spots along the coastline. Let's get out there to Fox Weather storm specialist Mike Seidel. He joins us live from Montauk, way out Long Island. I was thinking about this, Mike. BVD, he's in Manasquan. Anytime he's in Manasquan, the weather is terrible. No peninsula in this country is safe from Mike Seidel. You were in the Arrowhead region, which is like a peninsula-y a little bit. This is a giant peninsula. You're at the tip of it. You can expect some terrible weather inbound.
And I look back at my log back to the mid-90s, and I've been doing live shots on networks since then. And this is the first time I've covered 2 blizzards this close together, 5 days apart. The one in Minnesota, up on the North Shore Lake Superior, 24 to 38 inches. We were on the air with you Wednesday and Thursday, and now here in Montauk. And to put it in perspective, we're about 120 miles, just about due east from where you're sitting in Midtown at Avenue of the Americas. So it's on a good day, well, a 2-hour drive, even on a good day, impossible. Yesterday, coming out on the Bell Parkway, it was touch and go, but glad to be back here. This is, I think, my second time here for winter. I've been here more than a few times for tropical weather, including tropical storms and hurricanes. The snow just kicking in about a half an hour ago, so we're just getting a coating here, and we're basically on the highest point in Montauk. We're up here at the Manor. This hotel's been around for about 100 years, and we're looking down towards the harbor, and now we've lost the water. We can still see the lights of some of the buildings in the distance as the visibility comes down now to about a mile to a mile and a half, and it's sticking pretty good. Our temperature now 32. Islip has had snowfall for an hour or so. They're at 31. Visibility 3/4 of a mile. As far as the winds go, this ain't nothing. I mean, if you tune in later tonight when we're on, as we get close to midnight, but tomorrow morning, things are going to be rocking up here. We're talking wind gusts to hurricane force, which would be 74 miles an hour, maybe even higher at the Montauk reporting station. We may get a gust out here to 80 miles an hour. Highest gust I've seen in the general area is the buoy south of Islip off the South Shore, and their peak gust so far is 40 miles an hour. That is over the open water. But as this storm bombs out, Ian, the winds are going to ratchet up very quickly. And I checked the forecast, and we talk about bombogenesis being 24 millibars in 24 hours. That's the minimum to verify. But this particular storm is going to do that in 12 hours. In 12 hours. So that's incredible strengthening, and all that pressure drop means the wind's going to wrap around the storm and throw the moisture back in the cold air and set up banding. And the key to where we get the higher snowfall totals is based on the banding on the northwest side of the storm, whether it's going to be New York City, parts of Long Island, Providence, how about the Cape, the South Shore down towards Situate? It remains to be seen, but generally here we're thinking at least 1 foot to 1.5 foot of snowfall from the blizzard of 2026.
So, Mike, I pulled up the map where you are. You're awfully close to a golf course, but it looks like you could probably hit driver and hit the end of the line for the Long Island Railroad, which is going to shut down tonight. How do you expect? I mean, I hope folks are getting this message. You mentioned on a good day the challenge to get out there. It's going to be awfully challenging or impossible to move around parts of Long Island next couple days.
Yeah, whether you're on Highway 27 that gets you out to the Hamptons and here in Montauk, or the Grand Central Parkway, the winds are going to be basically blowing across it. Maybe not perpendicular, but northeast, north, and northwest behind the storm through tomorrow night. Tomorrow is basically one of those days you want to sit tight, unless it's an emergency, as the mayor said in New York City. Unless it's an emergency, do not go out. Even on e-bikes, just stay home, or do the foot traffic. Get your steps in, say in Midtown or in Central Park. And out here, again, this is the off season. The year-round population is several thousand people. It's not very crowded. A lot of businesses are not open right now because it is the off season, but everybody is ready for the big big storm. But as you notice, the snow is barely moving horizontally. I mean, we get a little gust of wind, but as we go through this evening, you'll notice the change in the composition and the direction. It'll just be going boom. Now, that's east, that's north, so we have the big hotel, which goes up about 7 or 8 stories at its peak. So we're going to get a little blocking from the wind, but it may also swirl around, Ian, as we get into later tonight and tomorrow morning. And we'll just see how it plays out, and we'll put ourselves in a safe position, but also in a position to give you an idea of just how strong these winds are. And remember, temperatures about 29 or 30 or 31. It's a heavy, wet snow, and with wind gusts over 70 miles an hour, there's going to be power outages out here on the island. That's pretty much a given. But the big difference with this storm is the fact that afterwards, we're not going into the deep freeze. We're going to be warming up into the 30s and then even into the 40s. And I think even in New York City, mid to late week, we'll get some rainfall. So those nasty snow piles that you guys have been staring at in Midtown, well, we're going to get some nasty snow piles, but they're not going to stick around as long as they did from that January storm. That's almost a given that it's not going to be a big cold air mass coming in, the polar plunge, for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's crucial. None of the disgusting glaciers that we've had around last several weeks. That's going to be some vantage point right there as we watch your coverage, Mike. We're looking forward to it. The blizzard of 2026, or as Mike Seidel described it, my second blizzard this week. So, Mike, a day in the life,
nice.
right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you again soon.
B squared, baby. B squared.
Yes.
You're welcome.